guys, it's Bella and welcome back to my channel. This is probably the 100th time I've tried to film this intro. It's just been a hot mess so far. I just can't talk. I can't get any of my words right. But in today's video, I have created this New Year's Eve inspired makeup tutorial. It's really glamorous, but at the same time, I think it's super wearable for New Year's Eve. This is actually something that I could see myself walking out of the house wearing to go to like a New Year's Eve party or event or something like that. It's not like a smoky eye that's really hard to recreate. It might end up making you look like you've been punched in the face. It's actually really easy to recreate. Like, the technique is just so simple and straightforward. So yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoy it. I also wanted to say a massive thank you for 100,000 subscribers. I can't believe it. I woke up and I needed to pinch myself a couple of times just to make sure that it was real, because I was like in actual shock that I made it to 100,000 subscribers. Literally at the start of December, I had 20,000 subscribers, and now at the end of December, I'm at 100,000. It is so surreal to me. Like, I never thought that I would get 100,000 subscribers, so it's just crazy. And I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for all your support. And yeah, if you guys are interested in how I achieve this look, then please just keep on watching. So I'm starting off with my eyebrows today, and I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow-Wiz in the shade Ebony, and I've actually filmed an eyebrow routine for you guys, which will be up soon, so I'm just going to skip quickly through this. And to set my hairs in place, I'm using the L'Oreal Brow Artist Plumper, because obviously you don't want them to be moving throughout the night because you'll have them on for a while. And then I'm taking some sticky tape and I'm going to tape this onto the back of my hand first, just so it's not so harsh on my skin. And then as I apply this, I'm going to be lining it up with the line of my lower lash line on both eyes. This way you can get the crisp line to be even on both sides of your eye. Now to prime and remove any discoloration from my eyes, I'm going to be taking the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot and applying this all over my eyelids with a Real Techniques crease buffing brush, I believe it's called. And then I'm going to be setting all of that with my Rimmel London Stay Matte Transparent Powder. To highlight the brow bone and the inner corner, I'm using the Makeup Geek shade White Lies. You really don't have to highlight your inner corner at this point. It kind of gets ruined anyway. I have to go in and touch it up, so there's really no point in this step. Now taking another Makeup Geek eyeshadow, this is in the shade Frappe, and I'm just going to apply this all over the outer corner of all over the outer V of the eye. And then once I have less product on my brush, I'm just going to feather it into the rest of the crease, into the inner corner. And now I'm going to deepen up the outer V of the eye using Cocoa Bear, also from Makeup Geek, and I'm just going to be doing the exact same thing, except I won't be taking it and feathering it into the inner corner like I did with Frappe. I'm just keeping it on the outer V only. So I'm just going to layer eyeshadows and deepen up that outer V. Now I'm taking the shade Swiss Chocolate from MAC and just doing the same thing. I'm just taking it all over that sticky tape and also a tiny bit on the crease of my eye, just on the outer corner of the crease, just deepening all of that up, but not entirely covering Cocoa Bear and Frappe. And then I'm taking Fudge from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm going to be taking the exact same steps. And last but not least, I'll be taking the Makeup Geek shade Corrupt, which is a black, on a little pencil brush. And I really wasn't happy with the pigmentation of this black, so I don't know, I just left it. But if you guys wanted to darken it up even more, you could just take a more pigmented black color or just keep building it up. Now I'm taking my Maybelline Eye Studio Gel Liner and just going to be applying a thin winged liner, which is made so easy thanks to the sticky tape. I did take this all the way over into the inner corner, but I couldn't film it using one hand, so I just had to duck off camera. And now I'm just going to remove the sticky tape and clean off any excess product that fell off. And then I'm going to be taking the shade Half Baked from the Naked palette. This comes in a single shadow by Urban Decay as well, so you don't have to use the Naked palette at all. I just don't have the single shadow. Also, when you apply this, it is going to get on the eyeliner, so you will just have to touch that up a little bit on the eye. And I also like to diffuse and blend out the half-baked shadow so that it's not like too sharp. And then I'm going to be priming my face with the Makeup Forever Step 1 Equalizer, the smoothing one. I just feel like having a smooth, flawless base to start off with on New Year's is just a really great idea. And lately I have been loving to use a concealer to get rid of any discoloration and hide some freckles that I have on my face. I like to do this before foundation so that I don't have to like layer on my foundation so much and make it look cakey just to hide the freckles. So I just kind of cover them up a little bit with concealer and then blend it out with a damp beauty blender. And then I'm going to correct the bags under my eyes as always with my Bobbi Brown corrector in the shade Light Peach. And then for foundation, I'm going to be taking a mixture of my Bourjois foundation and my NARS Sheer Glow foundation. I don't remember the shades off the top of my head, but I will list them in the description below. And I'm just going to apply this and blend it in with a damp beauty blender. To highlight and conceal, I'm taking my Rimmel London Conceal and Correct, I think it's called, something like that, Brighten, I'm not really sure, it'll be in the description bar. And I'm just going to apply this in all the normal places, my under eyes, my nose, my cupid's bow, and my chin. And obviously, as I always do, blending it out with a damp beauty blender and using my Laura Mercier translucent powder to set all of that. I found it didn't make it as bright as I wanted to though, so I added a little bit of the banana shade from the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit on top, which they sell separately on their website as well. Now I'm setting the rest of my face with my Rimmel London Stay Matte Transparent Powder, and I'm just going to press this into the skin instead of like rubbing it on or anything, because I don't want to move any of the foundation because I still want it to stay with the coverage I have. I don't want it to like move and then the coverage is gone and then my freckles show. And then I'm applying some bronzer. This is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and I have been loving this recently. I didn't like it at first. I think it's because I used it as a contour shade and it looked muddy, but one of my favorites now. And then I'm contouring with my Hoola by Benefit bronzer on my favorite contouring brush at the moment. I've been loving this. It's actually a highlight brush from Zoeva, but it just gets right into those cheekbones. It is so good. For blush, I'm taking Smitten from Makeup Geek, which is my favorite blush, just on an angled cheek finish brush from Zoeva. And then I'm going to highlight using ColourPop's Lunch Money highlighter on a Morphe M510 brush, which is obviously my favorite highlight brush of all time because I use it in every single video. So now I'm just going to finish off the eyes, and I take the shade Cocoa Bear from Makeup Geek and I start applying this, and then I'm like, no, I want to make it a little bit more dramatic, so I take the black eyeliner pencil from Maybelline, the Color Show eye pencil, something like that, and I just apply that, and then I go back in and smoke out my lower lash line with the shade Cocoa Bear again. And now I'm reapplying that inner corner highlight with the shade White Lies from Makeup Geek, of course, as I said I would. And then just applying some mascara. This is the Perversion mascara from Urban Decay, aka my favorite mascara in the entire world. And I'm applying this to both top and bottom lashes. And now I'm taking some falsies. These are the most dramatic falsies I have. They are in the style Goddess from Coco Lashes, and I just love them so much. I feel like they just complete the look, you know what I'm saying? And I want the eyes to be the main focus, so I'm just going to be applying a nude lipstick today. So I'm starting off by lining my lips with the Whirl lip liner from MAC, and then I'm going to go in with a MAC lipstick in the shade Honey Love, which is the most amazing nude lipstick ever. I'm just obsessed, and you could just leave it at this, but I went in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip gloss in the shade Undressed, and I didn't want it to overpower the color of the Honey Love lipstick, so I only applied a little bit, and then I kind of went over it with my finger to just diffuse the color a little bit. So that brings us to the end of today's tutorial. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, then please make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!